Hey you guys, we're getting ready for school, and one of Gabby's aunties, her family friend, brought her some surprises, so she's gonna open these up before she go to school. It's a Build-A-Bear.
In the Build-A-Bear house?
Yep, from the Build-A-Bear. From the Build-A-Bear workshop.
I said I wanted this.
You did say you wanted Build-A-Bear. You gotta open it up. Let mommy help you.
Okay.
You guys, we on our way out for school, so I got my coat and stuff.
Mommy.
What's that?
It's a new puppy holder.
With a puppy. Look, it's a puppy over there.
It's a puppy?
Yeah, you see the little puppy? You guys, it's a vet set.
It's a vet set. It comes with the
Look at this. Wow. It's a
Build-A-Bear.
Build-A-Bear. Now we got to get your Build-A-Bear some clothes, right?
No, but all we have a t-shirt on.
Yeah, she has the Build-A-Bear Foundation t-shirt, but she can change her fashions. She can wear a lot of fashions.
But we can buy them from the Build-A-Bear shop.
Yeah, we can buy some from the Build-A-Bear shop. What else you got? Come on.
I got this.
Wow, what's that?
It's
Wow, it's Blue's Clues house shoes with the matching pajamas. Wow,
Yeah,
thank you, Milu. What else you got?
I got
Ooh,
this.
more pajamas. Who is that?
What? Who's what?
Who is that on your pajamas?
Let me open it so you can see. Open this for me, Mommy.
Okay. Oh, this is Justice. It's Justice pajamas.
Justice from Justice?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, look at
Oh, it's JoJo Siwa. Wow. Here.
And there's a JoJo Z
JoJo Siwa. With a tank top. That's a short set. You can wear that in the summer. Okay, what else in there? Come on, we got to get ready for school. And some socks. You can never have enough socks. What do you say to me, Lou?
Thank you, Milu.
I'm going to add this to her little bag. Hi, you guys.
Hi, you guys.
So I just had to come on here real quick because honestly, I need to rant. If you guys are not subscribed to me on my other channel, my channel is Beauty, Liberty, and the Law. And I'll leave a link to that channel down below. But that channel is my personal channel. It's not a family channel. And it's more about liberation, the law, and the justice system. If you guys don't know, I'm in pursuit of my Juris Doctorate. And my ultimate goal is to, attend law school and get a dual Juris Doctorate, JD MPH. So I'm triggered, okay? I'm fun and I'm silly, but I'm a very kind of stern and structured person. I believe in balance, but I don't believe in laughing too much that you miss the truth. You know what I mean? Like too overly indulged in the material distractions of the world that you miss what's actually going on. So while this channel is lighthearted because I do share it with my daughter, I will be having my podcast on this channel, the Mommy and Me podcast, which will focus on mommy and me things. But I just feel like because the topic that I'm getting ready to discuss is so relevant, I want to make sure that I put it on this platform too, because I don't want just my audience over there to hear it. This is a channel that's predominantly for moms, aspiring moms, dads, or whoever watches this channel. I don't want them to miss this message that I have. I think it's so important to realize that if you stand for nothing, you will fall for absolutely anything. And it is so important nowadays to use your voice to uphold what's right, to be liberated and to speak out against inequalities and injustices in this world. Because to sit back and allow other people to just fight for you and your children and your grandchildren is a disservice. I'm triggered by what's going on in politics. I'm triggered by what the orange man is doing, and the way that he's going about it. He is a radical. He is a extremist, and he is very much so out of line. He is an embarrassment, and everything that he's doing is, a majority of it is illegal. And I'm pissed because this is our children's future. So I want you guys to be serious about this thing and make sure that you're tuning in to watch and see what's going on with these updates. Don't be so distracted about TikTok and Instagram and what's going on around this world. I'm 35 years old, and while I could be enjoying the only fun things of life, those are not the only things that consume me. I have been having issues for years in regards to racism in the workplace, racism in the housing market, racism, discrimination in all different areas of my life. So it's nothing that's new to me. So the fire to fight and take a stance is not something that I'm not privy to. It's something that I grew to, something that I have been exercising my liberties to do since I was even in elementary school. I have always been on political campaigns. I've always been, even in my community as a kid, I've always just been a person that could not stand injustices. Okay, even at the smallest levels. And I just think about, our children. There is a lack of leadership in America, okay? And that's not just on the government level. That is on all levels. There are too many passive individuals that do not take a stand for anything, and that is not okay. I remember as a child and even growing up as an adult, trying to navigate systems and feeling like there was no one there that would stand up and protect me. And so I've always had to first thing protect myself, even as a young kid, but even growing up as an adult, be a voice for myself and an advocate for myself and stand up for what's right. Okay, so that comes naturally for me, and I try to do it to the point where it's contagious and it rubs off on other people. But I want you guys to realize that if you ignore these things as parents, your children are being directly affected by these laws, by these racisms, by these political decisions that you make or don't make, right? Our children are being affected by it. So the first thing that really pissed me off is it was this DE&I thing with Donald Trump and taking the funds away from DE&I programs in all of these organizations. And I want people to have their intellectual eye open and realize how quick these organizations have been to jump on the bandwagon. There wasn't any pushback, which is a definite representation of lack of leadership. No pushback, no negotiation, just jumping on the bandwagon and going with the flow. And what that really shows you is that these people already had ill intentions or disdain for these laws, for these grants, for these fundings anyway. So they could care less. All they was waiting for was for Trump to get into office so that they could show their ass and jump right on the bandwagon and go along with what he's doing. Okay? Now, everybody's focusing on this DE&I funding. Yeah, I understand that. And like I said, it rubbed me the wrong way. And the reason initially it rubbed me the wrong way, it wasn't particularly about DE&I. It was particularly about the people, the disgusting people in this world that had the nerve to say that DE&I is a racist thing. Are you serious? DE&I is a racist thing. And even the news anchor said herself, it was to even the playing field. Why the hell are we in 2025 and we still trying to even the racial playing field? Make it make sense. And so for whites to be in the comments saying, oh, DE&I was racist. No, what's racist that people are ignoring is that there is a such thing as a minority quota. That's racist. And it's been embedded in the employment system forever, where organizations only have to hire a certain percentage of minorities in their organization. So they only got to sprinkle a little pepper in their salt just to get past, just to get over and say they're doing what they're supposed to do to be diverse. So that was the first step to diversity, equity, and inclusion in the first place. So we should have eliminated that in the first place. Now they're saying they want to remove the statistics, that no data has to be proven. These people, you guys have to understand that this has already been happening. And when you go and you apply for jobs and they're asking you these, I believe it's EOC questions, or these questions about, are you a veteran? Are you black, white, or Hispanic? And they're telling you that, oh, the HR people don't have access to this. Well, I want you guys to start using your critical thinking and your analyzation skills and recognize that even if the HR not using it, the government is. So they're shaping their ideas and their perspectives and their employment opportunities and the funding that they're giving. They're shaping those ideas off of that data that they're giving. So I would recommend for you guys to start not answering it. Don't answer it on applications. You know what I mean? So that was the first thing that rubbed me the wrong way. And I have plenty more that I'll say about that. And I'll say more about it on my other channel. The next thing was the idea that Walmart, Target, and McDonald's are on this DE&I BS and have already started pulling their funding for DE&I projects. Now, my thing is Costco gave pushback. Shout out to Costco, because it looks like my family and I will be jumping on a Costco plan and sending food boxes around in order to support Costco, because we support who support us. And what really triggered me today was my daughter has been asking about this Encanto doll. And she asked about it while we were in the store getting food. And I started telling her, oh, we're going to have to go to Walmart so we can get the toy. And then it dawned on me, I'm not getting shit from Walmart. Not from Walmart, not from Target, or not from any other organization that don't support me and my people. See, this is the problem. These large organizations know that sometimes people cannot survive without their organization. So they'll do or say whatever they want to say because they know that you are going to use their services. Well, I want you guys to challenge yourself to shop somewhere else. Find somewhere else to shop. Find somewhere else. If they don't support your community, why are you walking up in there and giving them your money? So my daughter will not be getting that toy. And she won't be getting it from there. And what I will be paying attention to is the amount of money. And I'll let you guys know, because you guys know I go to the stores, I do a little bit of shopping, and I'll be letting you guys know how many times and how much money I saved from not going in. I saved that didn't go towards Walmart. Because if we all calculate the amount of times we were about to go in Walmart and that we turn around and don't go in because of their DE&I bullshit and take a large tally, Walmart will lose a large sum of money. But it takes multiple people to stand together. It's not just a one-person thing. You think they give a damn? They buy, for the price that they charge for one toy, they can buy a whole case of toys. So once they sell, listen, I'm in marketing. I'm in retail. I know what it is. So once they buy one toy somebody buy one toy at $24.99, you didn't pay for the whole lot of toys, so they could give a damn about one person's dollar. We have to really wise up, people. It just makes me so sad that there is a lack of leadership in this world today. And you are your child's first leader. You are the first example that your child is going to look at to make decisions, to be strengthened, to be inspired, to be encouraged. And if you leaving the responsibility out here for the world to raise your child, you're going to have a fucked up child. And I'm just going to put it out there, just flat out there like that. It's time to stand up, and it's time to be liberated and let your voice be heard when it comes to your child, if you care about your child and your child's future. So that's my rant about DE&I. The next thing is the migrant thing. Now, while I'm all for deportation of criminals, I'm all for that. But trying to change the birthright, the legality. So like I was saying, I'm all for, and you know what? I just had a flashback to this time during COVID when Trump was in office last time. He just picking up where he left off. And so what I was saying is, I agree with the deportation of illegal criminal immigrants. Yes, I agree with that. I do agree that the process last year for immigration was not organized at all, and it led to a great mess. Yes, I'm all for cleaning it up. I'm all for doing it the right way. But again, Donald Trump is always an extremist, and he's always going beyond the meter of what needs to be done. And it is an utter embarrassment that he is even the president of the United States with his legal background. Is basically saying we could do whatever the hell we want to do. That's what it's giving. And it's giving revolution. It's giving a fight. It's giving a war. That's exactly what it's giving. That's exactly what it's giving. So you guys get you, and mark my words, get you and get your family and get yourself ready. Get yourself ready. Don't ignore this stuff. This man is an extremist. And the beauty of it is that there is a large amount of people, and even original people that were Trump supporters, that are like, what the hell did we do? And I'm just sitting back and thinking, like, these people must really be in denial. Yeah, what the hell did y'all do? Y'all didn't see the red flags, but it was so many people that were so concerned about the racial divide that their reason for voting for Trump was about race, that they ignored the fact that they in poverty too, that they poor too, that they receive certain benefits too, that they are in certain positions and roles that'll lose funding too. So now it's affecting them. And so now they're having buyer's remorse. As I heard one vlogger say, that one podcast called it buyer's remorse. And I love that down. So that's that with the deportation thing. And then the last thing was Elon Musk doing this goddamn Nazi sign. It wasn't, let me tell you something. It was not hard to distinguish if there was a Nazi sign that he did or if it was an error. And some people coming with this autistic bullshit. Come on now. But I tell you what, we have to recognize the subconscious will speak before the front of your mind, especially when you are angry or you are overly excited, even if you're celebrating. It's just like being a drunkard. If you have so much negative stuff stored in your subconscious, when you go to speak, you can't hold the lies in. You can't hold the whatever you feeling, you can't hold it in. It's going to blurt itself out, because that's how the subconscious mind work. So people could pretend to be one way all that they want to be, wolves in sheep clothing, but the mask always comes off. So people saying that Elon Musk was autistic and that was an autistic gesture, that was in his DNA. That was a spirit. That's dwelling on the inside of him, because that's the wicked person that he is. And then his daughter got up and she had the nerve to write a post. Now, at first, she was against her dad. Clear as day. She was basically saying, call a spade a spade. If you see what you see, you see it. And if you see it twice, it's definitely what you see. His own daughter. Then she came back with some bullshit runaround talking about if you see what you see, if you see it and you don't see it and then you see it, but you can't prove that you see it. So who can say that it is what it is if it ain't? Because they don't know, because you ain't see. Girl, the whole brain you think you picking? An elementary school kid? You said that your daddy did it because the internet probably was on that ass like white on rice. Then your daddy came out and probably got on that ass like white on 2 pans of rice. And so you tried to fix it up and do some of his mind effery. But who y'all think y'all talking to? And for some fools to still say, oh, Elon Musk wasn't throwing up a Nazi sign. Please. Okay? So I just want to encourage you guys to stay afloat and stay with the times, because we living in these times and we need to prepare our minds and our kids for it. And I was thinking the other day, you know, my daughter, she is very much so like me. She has this militant spirit. You know, I try to raise her. She's still a very loving child. She's still very fun, but she is very aware and she's very disciplined. And sometimes I try to just balance her out. But I realize that I'm not, because for the times that we're living in, she needs to be exactly who she becoming. She's exactly on time for the time that we're in these days. These kids have to be wise. They have to have their eyes open, because we need to be birthing leaders and not followers. There's enough followers in this world. Anytime you see the news reporters doing TikToks, you see all of these different things you see in the world, you can't tell a teacher from a student. Where is the leadership? Where? My generation didn't have leaders. By the time we got to the 80s and 90s, kids, we didn't have no leaders to look up. I created my own leadership and became my own leader. I was defending and teaching myself. I remember looking around thinking, who's going to defend me? Who's going to speak up for me? I remember those feelings like in the pit of my soul, in the pit of my belly. And that feeling that I felt in the pit of my belly is what pushed me to be exactly who I am today, a nonconformist. And I'm teaching my baby that very thing. You have to be raising leaders in your home. You have to be raising leaders in your home. This is a rough world that we are living in. It's rough. It's rough. I think this week alone, I didn't have to talk myself down several times. You know, and I was watching, I can't remember who I was watching, and they said, you know, they was talking about the little boy, the mass shooting that just happened in Tennessee. It wasn't a mass shooting. He only shot one person, but you know, because they finally got a black person that then shot up a school, they gonna sell it, right? But he shot one person, and I send my condolences to that young lady's family and to his family. And, you know, it's just a sad tragedy. But what that reminded me of is a child that was looking for a voice. The cry that I hear on the pit of my soul is, who's fighting for me? Who's fighting for me? That, and it brings me chills and I want to cry. That's the voice that I hear wailing on the inside of me. Who's fighting for me? These kids want to know who's fighting for them. Gen Z want to know who's fighting for me. Yes, they are the boomers when it comes to technology and when it comes to this internet stuff, but somebody needs to tell them and stop following them. They are the children. And I know all that biblical stuff out of the mouth of babes. I'm a spiritual person. Some people believe in the Bible. I've studied it before, so I know where it say the children should lead out of the mouth of babes. All of that. Yeah, I hear you. But your children ain't raising you. So you have to see the context around that. Yes, they may know some things, but they do not know all things. And so as their parent or as their the generation before them, as their example of what leadership and having a voice should look like, what their representation should look like. We're the ones that should be teaching them balance. We're the ones that should be teaching them that they don't have to look like everything they see on Instagram, that they don't have to have everything that they see on Instagram, that they don't have to have everything that every other kid have, that they are individuals, that they are unique, that they are beautiful, that they are bold, that social media is not the end of the world, that it's okay to be dedicated and work a 9 to 5 as long as you working for a company that appreciates you. Yeah, let's talk about the facts, because we in an age where everybody want to quit their job and be a social media star and blah, 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 blah. And so the social work positions are empty, and the government positions that some of our kids need to be sitting in are empty, because they don't even want to deal with the fight, because people didn't fight for them. Everybody just Nana, Mama, and Papa just sat in the seat with their mouth shut and never spoke up and never said anything and never took a stance. And now it's this revolution happening, and we got kids from Gen Z losing their mind because they had no representation. They had no example of what a leader should look like, because everybody was following them. Development is an exchange. It's an exchange between older generations and new generations. There's supposed to be a merge of development. A merge. That means a coming together. Not a deletion. Oh, now we got Gen Z. Forget everything that was ever learned or taught about dignity, about humanity, about love, life, liberty. Forget all of that stuff, because we got Gen Z now. So whatever the Gen Zers are doing, even though we're the leaders, we're the mass media, we're the adults, we're the companies that all know about limits and boundaries and humanity and right from wrong. Forget that, because whatever we got to do to keep up with the Jones, that's what we're going to do. A pure example of a lack of leadership. And I wouldn't tell you, America, it used to be the number one place. And I'm telling you, that won't last for long. That won't last for long. And look at Trump making money off of his supporter with his damn Trump coin. And all these people losing their money. Baby, people got to wake up. They got to wake up. And I'm here to tell the moms that watch me. Whatever you do, teach your children to lead. Teach them right from wrong. Teach them compassion. Teach them compassion. I know we live in a rough world, but teach them compassion. But you also have to teach them assertiveness. How to assert themselves, how to stand in the room and not be afraid, and say what they mean and mean what they say, and walk away and not be afraid. We need to be raising leaders. There is a lack of leadership.